Hi guys, it is Sarah Centrella with Thought Stories Life, and I want to talk a little bit today about creating a vision board and what some good steps are to create a board that will not only make you happy, as mine does every time I look at it, but will get you some results. And that is the fun part. That's the magic part of the law of attraction, is that it will get you results, and that's where belief comes in. We talked about that a little bit last time. So what we're going to do today is talk about how to create a good vision board that will get you what you want, which is, you know, living your dream. So to give you a little bit of background, I wanted to tell you about my first board. So I put my first vision board together right after Oprah aired the show on The Secret, about 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. And after I put it together, I don't think I ever took it out of my closet. I was mortified. I was so embarrassed. I thought, I don't have the right to dream this big. I had pictures of Times Square. I had pictures of like Rodeo Drive and Hawaii and Las Vegas and all these places I wanted to go and these experiences that I wanted to have. But I was too embarrassed. I thought I didn't deserve any of that. I thought I was completely broke. We had just foreclosed on our house. I had lost our family car. So to say that we were going through a not so fun time is like eternal understatement. So to put that together, I honestly felt selfish and foolish. I couldn't bear to bring it out. So needless to say, after my world kind of imploded and the bottom dropped out, and I went back to work as a single parent, I said, you know what? Screw it. I don't care. I'm taking my board out. I'm taking it to work. And every single day I'm going to look at it because it makes me happy. Like, the pictures are pretty. They make me happy. So that was honestly my motivation behind it. So I did. I took it to work, and it kind of became the running joke. I plastered my walls, with all the pictures. But every day I thought, these are my goals. These are what I'm working towards. I was in corporate sales, so it made sense. I wanted to surround myself with what my visions are and the life I anticipated living. And it wasn't long before I actually started living that life. And I don't think I even realized it until it was kicking in. I was going on a business trip to New York City, and I had just come back from one in LA. And all of a sudden I looked at my board and I realized that, there was a picture of Times Square in the middle of my board. And there was a picture of the Hollywood sign in the middle of my board. And I had just come back from those 2 trips. And not only had I come back from those 2 trips, I hadn't spent a single penny. And that, to me, is the beauty of the law of attraction. That's the beauty of this whole way of thinking, is that, when I put the board together initially, I thought, I have to win the lottery, to have this kind of life. But it's not true. I'm on my second board right now because the first one I pretty much, brought all of that into my life, and I never spent anything for it. I wound up going to Las Vegas for a business trip for a week, taking my son to Hawaii on all the miles that we had earned. So almost everything that was on my board I'd accomplished in about a year and a half and hadn't spent any money. It just was drawn into my life in sometimes the most random ways, the way that they come about, which is, to me, the magic of it, which is what I love about it. So, having said that, I thought the best way to describe how to put a good vision board together would be to show you mine. So this is a little bit personal because this is my personal vision board, but there's no better way, I don't think, to describe how to get it to work. So what I do is I separate it out into a couple different quadrants. So health and fitness, finance, home life, whatever is important to you. I would say pick 5 things that are, critically important to you, the most important things in your life that you want to improve, that you want to have part of your overall experience, and represent those on your board. So for instance, my kids are the reason I have this board. They're the reason that I work at all to get any of this done. So they're in the center. You might notice Miss Oprah Winfrey here. Today is her last show. So after this, I'm going to go downstairs and watch it and drink a little wine. And I'm going to miss her. But at some point, hi Oprah, I'm definitely going to meet you. And I can't wait for that day because I've been looking at this picture for 5 years on my board. And I just know at some point it's going to come true. I'm not tripping. The second thing that I do, everything on the board is a representation of the experience that I want to have. So I cannot stress that enough. Sorry for the car alarm. But I cannot stress that enough that it is not about the material things you see on this board. It is about the experience that you want to have. So when you sit down and you think about the 5 things that are important to you, I want you to think of it in terms of what experiences you want to have with no limits. Do not put any limits on it. Do not say I can't afford it. Do not say any of that. You're the only one that is stopping or blocking any of these dreams from coming true. You. So knock it off. Put it up there. Dream. After you've dreamed, take a minute and dream bigger, because you need to dream bigger. So the other area that I put on here that's an important area for me is fitness. So, I've been training for a marathon. I might continue to train for another year or two, but anyway, I'm working on that. I also have a section down here for my writing. That's obviously a very important piece to me on my blog, That Story's Life. I have mantras all over the place, as you can see. A couple other goals that I have are to take my kids to different places around the world. And then, of course, I'm a big sports fan, so I got to go see the Yankees play at Yankee Stadium and an NFL game. Got to do that. But the thing that I want to stress the most is, once again, you're going for experiences. You are not going for material things. And probably the best way to illustrate that point is this that you've probably all been noticing on my board. And I have that there not because I'm waiting on a 4 or 5 carat diamond engagement ring. I have that there because that's a reminder to me that what's important to me is to be in a healthy, happy, mutual relationship. And at some point in time, I fully expect that I will be married again. And when I am, I would not be at all shocked if I just so happen to get that ring. But if I don't, who cares? But the point is, when I look at the board, I don't think of that ring. I think of the relationship and the marriage that I want, and the full life that I'm looking for. So all the ring is a reminder to me that that's important to me and that that's one of my goals. So everything on this board is the same thing. Don't restrict yourself. Don't sit there and think, oh, if I didn't get this ring, this isn't the right man, or whatever the case is. These are just pictures that represent the experiences that you are going to draw into your life. A great way to find some of these pictures is Google Images. You can Google sentences. You can probably Google a paragraph, and you're going to get an image for exactly what you want. So sit down and think, if I had a blank check from the universe, what would I want? And it does not have to do with money, people. It does not have to do with money. Get money out of your head. It wouldn't matter if you won the lottery. People who win the lottery are not happy. So get that part out of your head. Money is a limiter, The only thing money can do is provide you experiences. So what you're putting on your board is experiences. They're going to come into your life. You don't need to worry about how that's going to happen, because it's going to happen. We'll get to that part later, because, you have to train yourself to believe. But start there. Put up your board. Don't limit yourself. Don't be embarrassed. Put it up. And then you're going to start to watch some magic happen. And all these things will come into your life sooner or later. It might be a week from now. It might be 20 years from now. The timeline is not up to you. So stop stressing about it. It's going to happen. Sit back and wait and watch it happen. So good luck, and email me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.